Hi everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to learn how to convert percent to decimal and fraction. I did a video on how to convert fraction to decimal and percent, and also how to convert decimal to fraction and percent. And this is the part 3 of the continuation on the relationship between decimal, fraction, and percent. And today we are focusing on how to convert percent to decimal and fraction. I will encourage you to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so that anytime I release a new video, you'll be able to access it. And also like, share, and comment in the comment section any topic you want us to assist you with. With that said, let's look at some key rules that we'll be applying under the conversion of percent to decimal and fraction. The first rule says that if you are converting a percent to decimal, you divide by 100. What it means is that we have example 50%, and you have to convert 50% to decimal. To write the 50, then you divide by what? 100. So this is also written as 50.0 divided by what? 100. Remember, if the dividend is lesser than the divisor, you add a decimal point and then you add 0. Take note of this rule. If the dividend, in this case, the number we are sharing or dividing to the number of people, that number is a dividend, and the number of people receiving that number becomes the divisor. So since the dividend is lesser than the divisor, we add a decimal point and add 0. You can add as many zeros as you can, but it doesn't change the value of the digit. Then you divide by the power of 10 that we are dealing with. And another rule states that when you are dividing by a power of 10, in this case 100, you look at the number of zeros attached to the 100 or the digit, the number. In this case, we have 2 zeros attached to the 1. So what it says is that you stand on the decimal point and move 2 times the number of zeros here to the left. So you move 2 decimal places to the left because you are dividing by 100. If you are dividing by 1000, which has 3 zeros, you move 3 times. If you are dividing by 10, which has 1 zero, you move 1 time. So in this case, we are standing here and we are moving 2 times. So 1, then 2. So the decimal point now comes here, and then you write 0 here. So this gives us what? 0.50, which is the same as what? 0.5. I hope that is clear. The second rule says that when you are converting percent to fraction, you write the number over 100 and simplify it. So example, you were given 50% to what? To convert to fraction. What it means is that you write the 50 over 100 and then you simplify. You can decide to cancel 0 here, 0 here, then you are left with 5 and 10. 5 also goes into itself 1 and goes into 10 2 times. So this gives you what? 1 over 2. All right. So this is 50% in fraction form. Their values are the same, but they are written in different form. All right. So let's look at some soft examples. Let's look at some examples and how to convert percent to decimal and fraction. And you have to follow these rules to arrive at the correct answer. All right. So we have example number 1. It says convert. Example number 1 is convert 45% to decimal and fraction. All right, so we look at our solution. So the first step is to convert 45% to where? Decimal. So the rule states that you write a 45, you divide by what? 100. And since the dividend, which is 45, is lesser than the divisor, you write 45.0. You can add more zeros, it doesn't change the value. And divide by what? The divisor, in this case 100. And in dividing a number by powers of 10, which of course in this case is 100, what you do is that you write the 45.00, you stand on the middle, and then you move to the left the number of 0 times. In this case we have 2 zeros. So you stand here, you move 1, 2. So you put the decimal point here, then you add your 0. So this gives us what? 0.45. You can add those 2 zeros. It doesn't change anything, which is also the same as what? 0.45. So now we convert this same percent to fraction. So we have 45% to fraction. And the rule says that you write the 45 over 100. So you look for a number that can divide 45 and then divide 100 at the same time, or a common number that you can multiply another number by to give you 45, using that same number to multiply another number to give you 100. In this case, 5 is possible. 5 will go into 45 9 times, and then the same 5 goes into 100 20 times. So this gives us what? 9 over 20. Therefore, 45% is the percent form, and then 0.45 is the decimal form, and then 9 over 20 is the fraction form. I hope that is simple. All right, so let's move to example number 2. Example number 2. All right. So in example number 2, we are to convert this 80% to decimal and fraction. All right, so you write your solution. We first convert 80% to decimal. And the rule says that what? You write the 80, you divide by what? 100. Since the dividend, which is 80, is lesser than the divisor 100, you add a decimal point and then you add zeros. So point zeros, you can add many zeros as you can, divided by what? 100. So the rule says that when you are dividing by a power of 10, in this case 100, you write the 80.00, stand on the decimal point, and move the number of 0 times. So here we have 2 zeros. So you are moving 1, 2. You are moving to the left 2 times. Decimal point is now here, add your 0. So this gives us what? 0.80. If you can write all the zeros, but which is also same as 0.8. So that is the decimal form for 80%. Now let's look at the fraction form for 80%. So 80% to fraction. The rule says that what? You write the 80% over what? 100. Then you can cancel. 0 will cancel 0. And ask yourself which number goes into 8 at the same time goes into what? 10. In this case, we have 2. 2 goes into 8 4 times, and then 2 goes into 10 5 times. So here we have what? 4 over 5. 4 over 5. So therefore, 80% is the percent form, and then we have 0.8 is the decimal form, and then we have 4 over 5 as the fraction form. I hope that is clear. And this is how to convert percent to what? To decimal. And I hope it is clear and you'll be able to solve more on your own. So let's look at some practice work that you will try your hands on. Pause the video and then solve it. Come back to confirm if your answers are correct. So we have assignment. As I always do, I give you practice question. We have what? Assignment to solve on our own. Pause the video, come and do that, and then confirm if your answer is all right. So we have assignment 1, that convert 25% to decimal and fraction. 2, convert 60% to decimal and fraction. And then 3, convert 50% to decimal and fraction. All right, so the answer keys we have 0.25, that is number 1, and then 1 over 4. And number 2, we have 0.6, and then 3 over 4. And number 3, we have 0.5, then 1, 2. All right, so here we go. In today's lesson, we learn how to convert percent to decimal and fraction. And today you should understand that percent means out of what? 100. And then when you are to convert percent to decimal, you divide by 100 and then you get the decimal, and then you write it over 100 and simplify it to get what? The fraction. In fact, percent helps us a lot to understand data and information in real life. And if this lesson truly helps you, I will encourage you to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, so that anytime I release a new video, you'll be able to access it. And brethren or learners, I hope you can now confidently convert percent to decimals and fraction. Keep practicing, because regular practice helps you become a master of this conversion. And then follow the steps I have provided. And then until then, see you in the next lesson. Bye-bye.